Hello, welcome back, Boxer1 here, and today we're going to be looking at this. This is LEGO set 75360, Yoda's Jedi Starfighter. An interesting one. It's a very cheap one to get used or new, and it comes with two figures. So, let's get into it. We'll look at the techniques and all the stuff like that. I do hope you'll enjoy. The first figure we'll look at is Yoda. I'm holding him because the glare messes him up if we don't. He's pretty cool. He's a simple figure. He only comes in one other set. He was exclusive at the time. Now he comes out a 2026 set. He's very simple. He's not very interesting. He just has his simple robes in that tan color, the dark tan underneath, and the green skin. I mean, it's very, very simplistic. He does come with a lightsaber, which is the newer style of lightsaber without the bubbles in it. That's something I think is kind of interesting, and he's just a pretty simple figure. The next figure is R2-D2, a very common figure, but this one, I believe he was either also exclusive at the time or he came in one other set, has back printing, which is a very nice upgrade. You don't see back printing on many astromechs, and this guy gets that treatment, which is very nice here. And I just think he's a pretty cool, simple droid. Otherwise, it's really just the same R2-D2 you always get. There's nothing too special to talk about him, but back printing is pretty nice. I hope they do that with more astromechs as well. Very nice. We can now get into the actual build, which is really weird. If you look at any Starfighter or Interceptor, it's very different from this, but this is Yoda's, so it's going to be weird. It's going to be small, as Yoda is weird and small. I guess we can start with the wings. They're the main, big thing besides the cockpit, and we'll get to the cockpit as well. The wings are pretty simple. They are pretty cool. They do have a cool design with a little pin with the thing on the back that kind of just make sure these wings stay at an angle and don't fold in on themselves or go too far out. I think that's kind of a cool technique. I haven't seen that on any other set. It kind of just locks them in a good position there. Otherwise than that, it does have some stickers. It has a sticker there. There are 3 stickers, I believe. I guess. Yeah, and then they're mirrored on the other side. It's very simple wings. They're not too interesting, but they do use that nice dark green, which is a good improvement. And I do like that dark green there. You can see they do still fold backwards, but they can't fold any more forward. Very nice. They're very simple designs, though. Still pretty cool. Next thing I wanted to talk about is the section in between the wings and the cockpit, I guess, is pretty cool. It's at an angle. That's simply done using hinges, but I think it actually does work pretty well. It does look pretty weird, but it does work pretty well. And yeah, I think it's just an interesting technique they use with those hinges to kind of give it an angle there. Pretty nice. Now we can get into the main thing, the cockpit, which has a nice printed front. That's good. It also has 2 spring-loaded shooters, as you see in the bottom. You just simply see them around the back, and you hit that, and then they shoot. The inside of the cockpit's pretty easy to get to. You simply open that up, and then open this up, and you can get in. There's nothing really interesting in there. There's 2 little control panels. They're not printed or anything, and there's a place to put Yoda. That's basically it. I'm going to put him in there, so you can see that, though. And that's what he looks like just sitting there. We'll also do this so you can see how he looks in there. He's standing up, which is weird, but he doesn't have the teenage human legs, so he can't really sit down. You can kind of see with the glare there, but yeah, kind of interesting. On the back, however, there is something cool. There's where R2-D2 can sit, so he can just sit right in here. And there's also a place for Yoda's lightsaber, which is not very hidden at all. You simply just clip it here. I mean, that's the extent of where you put the lightsaber. Not very good. But yeah, that's basically it. It's a very simple set. I should also show you the thrusters on the back, though. Kind of cool. It's a very simple set, but still pretty nice. My final opinion on it, though, is that it is okay. It's not great. You can get it now for $30 new. It was $35 retail. So, yeah, you can tell people don't really like it or think it's that amazing. There's another one, I believe it was released in 2016. I could be wrong about the year, but it was a little, I don't know if it was a little bigger. I don't actually have the set, but it was also a Yoda's Jedi Starfighter, um, which is also a pretty interesting one. I'd say the techniques that used on this one are kind of interesting with the wings and the angled parts there, but other than that, I don't think it's that great of a display. Definitely not with that lightsaber on the back. But yeah, it's an interesting one. You only really see it in the final episodes of season 6 of the Clone Wars, I believe, or at least that's where I remember it. But yeah, very weird set. Well, yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this very weird set review. I shall see you next time where we'll be looking at probably another LEGO set. And yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. I did review the set back when it came out, but I'm remaking the review because it wasn't that good. It also didn't highlight any techniques or stuff. It just kind of looked at it. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed. I shall see you next time, and goodbye.